Hey folks, this is Jeff and this week with JTT. I believe I'm gonna react to the video. This is like about 1 2 days ago. It's from Celeb Live, and this is what it says. It says, Cat Williams exposes why Steve Harvey must run as Diddy already sold him to the feds," which I find a hard time believing. Always it would have been headline news, but the feds are asking Steve Harvey questions. But let's see what it has to say. I'm not sure this Celeb Live is legit or is capping for or trying to go for clout. So we're gonna check it out right now. You don't mind me?
Hey guys, we just made a
batch of
22 a day bands. I wanted to take a quick second to tell you what
lettuce,
22 a day is and what does it represent.
And get some
the 22
tomatoes.
Is the number of veterans or estimated veterans who take their lives every single day.
Skip.
The shade was real, and Cat didn't mince words. He basically accused Steve of being a fraud who built his career on the backs of other people's work.
The Special Housing Unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
But Cat...
In short, Diddy is going to be watched like a hawk. Plain and simple.
Didn't stop at the past. He went in hard on Steve's present-day career, too. He brought up the fact that Steve Harvey supposedly retired from stand-up comedy after losing a comedy battle to Cat himself. According to Cat, this went down in Detroit in front of a crowd of 10,000 people. And the reason Steve lost, Cat says, it's because he exposed Steve for wearing a wig. Yep, you heard that right. Cat claims that Steve's iconic bald head isn't all it seems, and that he actually wore a wig for years, hiding the truth from everyone. And when Cat called him out on stage, it was game over. Steve, according to Cat, couldn't handle the heat and decided to step away from stand-up altogether.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
Of course, Steve Harvey has denied all of this, but the fact remains. Cat Williams is relentless. He's been calling out Steve for years, and it seems like 2024 is the year he's finally getting some vindication. Why? Because Diddy, the man at the center of all these allegations, is finally facing serious legal trouble. And this time, it's not just rumors.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell, right?
Federal authorities recently raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, looking for evidence in connection with a major investigation. And what's the investigation about, you ask? Well, it's looking into some seriously shady activities that Diddy's been linked to for years. And if the allegations are true, this could spell disaster for a whole lot of people, Steve Harvey included.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crime.
Okay. There's an armored vehicle. You know, it says police. Looks like they're going to fight a war, but they did found 3 AKs in Diddy's place of residence in Los Angeles area. So something's going down. I don't know what's going down, but Diddy was ready for it. But when the feds came, yeah, game over.
Crimes in one or both of these homes.
Cat has been dropping hints for a while now, saying that 2024 would be the year that Hollywood's darkest secrets come to light. And with Diddy's recent arrest, it's starting to look like he was right. The FBI, along with other law enforcement agencies, are investigating Diddy for a whole...
Time out. I'm supposed to celebrities that I let go. Let me see if I can find one of them. Hold on. Well, check. I thought I've seen it. Steve Harvey, his wife, Lori Harvey. And P. Diddy being arrested, of course, in the hotel. I was not seeing things. I was not seeing things. Went too quick. Oh well.
Saying that 2024 would be the year that Hollywood's darkest secrets come to light. And with Diddy's recent arrest, it's starting to look like he was right. The FBI...
Bullseye, yep. Sasha Banks? I was right. And this one's with Bad Boy Entertainment. I know. We might get 1-2 Russes dragged into this. This could be interesting.
along with other law enforcement agencies, are investigating Diddy for a whole range of crimes, and it's not looking good for the music mogul. And here's where things get interesting. If Diddy goes down, he's not going down alone. According to Kat, there are a lot of big names involved in this mess, and Steve Harvey is one of them.
There are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there's enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
This is where the parallels to R. Kelly...
Yep. R. Kelly thought she was going to escape? Nope. She's doing time now.
...Kelly's case come into play. Remember how R. Kelly's downfall started with whispers and rumors, and then all of a sudden the legal system caught up with him? Well, many are saying that Diddy's...
Did you know that there's a specific 2,000-year-old Korean food that you can eat to help get rid of your heartburn naturally? Did you know that acid reflux and heartburn affect nearly one?
Case is shaping up to be just like that. Diddy, like Kelly, is a hugely influential figure in the music industry, and for years, he's managed to keep his reputation relatively clean despite the swirling rumors. But with this investigation...
Braun Strowman? Yo! I'm gonna click on I'm gonna share the link. So far I saw Sasha Banks, Braun Strowman, and I swore I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin. What the heck? Braun Strowman? Still that's a big boy.
Heating up, it seems like the law is finally catching up to him.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
Kat has been saying for years that these Hollywood elites aren't as untouchable as they seem. All these big deviants are all catching hell in 2024, Kat said recently, adding that it doesn't matter if you're Diddy, Steve Harvey, or any other big name. If you've got secrets, they're coming out this year. Kat also mentioned that he's been collecting information for 30 years, and now he's ready to expose everything. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it, he said.
That this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
So what does this mean for Steve Harvey? Well, if Kat's to be believed, it means that Steve could be facing some serious fallout from his association with Diddy. Kat's been hinting for months that there's more to the story, and with Diddy now in the legal crosshairs, it's only a matter of time before more names start getting dragged into the mix.
Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same road that hated on Bernie with this same thing.
And let's not forget, Kat's been talking about receipts. He's hinted that he has proof of everything he's been saying, and if that proof comes to light in a courtroom, it could be game over for a lot of people. Steve Harvey's career, his reputation, and his family legacy could all be on the line. This whole situation is just starting to unfold, but one thing is clear. The drama between Kat Williams, Steve Harvey, and Diddy is far from over. And with Diddy's legal troubles getting worse by the day, the stakes couldn't be higher. The question is, how far will this go?
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that? As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released to his mansion.
So here's where it all gets even crazier.
I can safely say this. Cat Williams said this way before Diddy got pinched by the feds. He'd been speaking it. And there are people sucking their teeth, cutting it, rolling their eyes, saying, yeah, right, hater, and all that. And all of a sudden, Diddy got busted. Boom. So, and like I said, we're only waiting for like about more people to come forward and speak. Not looking good. Not looking good.
Diddy's recent arrest wasn't just someone off event. It was the culmination of years of rumors, whispers,
And that was DJ Khalil that saw. Yep.
and wild accusations, finally catching up to the man who once seemed untouchable. And if you think it's just about him, think again. This is about the whole inner circle, and names like Steve Harvey are right there in the mix. But what exactly went down and why?
Which one can't compete with?
Diddy's recent arrest wasn't just someone off event. It was the culmination of years of rumors, whispers, and wild accusations, finally catching up to the man who once seemed untouchable. And if you think it's just about him, think again. This is about the whole inner circle, and names like Steve Harvey are right there in the mix. But
Mick Foley? Folks, I think some wrestlers might get pulled into this. Maybe, but I don't know.
what exactly went down and why now?
The issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
Diddy's been under the radar for a while, despite all the headlines and scandals over the years. But earlier this year, it all came crashing down when federal agents raided his homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Yes, you heard that right. Multiple properties, multiple locations. Law enforcement agencies didn't just walk up to the front door either. They came prepared, arriving by boat and taking Diddy's compounds by storm. And get this, they even detained his sons, Justin and King Combs, while they searched the properties. Now, while it was later clarified that his sons weren't arrested, you have to wonder, why did it take such a heavy-handed operation for someone as high profile as Diddy?
Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
The Southern District of New York, yep, the same district that took down R. Kelly, is leading the investigation, and let's just say they don't play around. This is the same group that specializes in taking down powerful, untouchable figures who have been skirting the law for years. They're not interested in just slapping Diddy on the wrist. They're out to dismantle an entire network, and they're using the same tactics they used to bring down R. Kelly. Now, here's the thing. Diddy's case isn't...
Quickest way to relieve neuropathy. These are 3 symptoms that are signaling you could be very close to losing your foot.
just some minor legal hiccup. The charges against him are serious, including racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in illegal activities. Yeah, it's deep. And if convicted, Diddy could be looking at a lifetime behind bars. The fact that the Southern District is involved tells you everything you need to know about how big this is. They don't go after small fish. This is the same playbook they used to build their case against Kelly, where they linked together years of accusations and rumors, connecting the dots in ways that left no room for doubt.
Now you got the Diddy situation where he jumps on a private jet, they say yesterday, and is on his way to the Cape Verde Islands.
But here's the real kicker. Why now? Diddy's been skating by for years, despite all the wild stories that have been swirling around him. From the rumors of those infamous mansion parties to the whispers about his shady business dealings, Diddy has always seemed to come out on top. So what changed? One theory that's been floating around, and let's be real, it's juicy, is that Diddy may have been playing both sides all along. There's been speculation for years that he's been working with the authorities as some kind of informant. We mean, think about it. How has he managed to get away with so much for so long? The conspiracy theory goes that Diddy, knowing he was involved in some shady business, started cooperating with the FBI or other agencies to protect.
So in short, he's a snitch. Boy, that's not good, especially in Metropolitan Detention Center. Not a good place to be.
Himself. In exchange for information, he was allowed to continue living his lavish lifestyle, while others around him fell. Suge Knight, another big name in the industry, has hinted at this for years, saying Diddy's managed to avoid serious legal trouble because he's got powerful people on his side.
Clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
According to Suge, Diddy's been working for both sides for a long time. If that's true, it would explain a lot. It would explain why, despite being connected to all sorts of scandals, Diddy always seemed to land on his feet. But now, things are different. Maybe the authorities don't need him anymore. Maybe they've got all the information they wanted, and now it's Diddy's turn to face the music.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes. And here's where it gets even crazier. Could Cat Williams have been right this whole time? Remember, Cat's been talking for years about the dark side of Hollywood and how these big names are all part of some twisted game. He's hinted that there's a secret network running things, and now with Diddy's arrest, it's starting to look like Cat wasn't just talking for the sake of it. I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. Cat said. Cat said. He's been saying for months that 2024 would be a year of reckoning, and here we are, watching Diddy's empire crumble.
All right, I gotta take some time to address this here.
Now, let's not forget the other players in this story, people like Steve Harvey, who've been associated with Diddy for years. Steve's friendship with Diddy goes way back, and now with Diddy facing serious legal trouble, you have to wonder, how deep does Steve's involvement go? Could he be caught up in this mess too? After all, Cat has been very vocal about Steve's connection to Diddy, suggesting that Steve has been blackmailed for years. If Diddy's empire is falling apart, it's not a stretch to think that the people close to him could get dragged down with him.
And people get caught up in the illusion of Hollywood. People really get caught up in this.
And that's not just speculation. There's a reason Cat Williams has been hinting at Steve Harvey's role in all of this. He's called Steve out for being part of Diddy's inner circle, suggesting that Steve attended those infamous parties and got involved in things he'd rather the public not know about. According to Cat, Diddy has been using that dirt to keep Steve in line. And now that Diddy's facing the music, it's only a matter of time before Steve's name gets dragged into the scandal as well.
And let me tell you something else. Not only should he have apologized to Kathy in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied to.
In fact, the rumors about Steve Harvey are already starting to circulate again, with people questioning his involvement in Diddy's world. The fact that Steve's stepdaughter, Lori Harvey, was romantically linked to Diddy, and then to his son, just adds another layer of intrigue. Was Steve complicit in that relationship to keep Diddy quiet about his own secrets? Cat seems to think so, and if he's right, Steve could be in serious trouble.
We all saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy. She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
So, what happens next? Well,
No commercial.
Well, Diddy's legal troubles are just beginning. The Southern District of New York isn't known for going easy on people, and they're going to come after Diddy with everything they've got. If the R. Kelly case is anything to go by, this investigation could take years, and more people could get caught up in it as the truth comes out. Steve Harvey, as one of Diddy's longtime friends and alleged collaborators, could find himself facing serious consequences as well. But let's talk more about this whole conspiracy theory that Diddy was an informant. If it's true, it could explain why so many people in the industry have been dragged down while Diddy has remained untouched.
That sounds about right. Maybe that's why other people get like snatched down quickly, and the guy looks like Teflon. But here's the problem though. The feds say, okay, enough's enough. Now it's your turn, and next thing you know, boom, it's a wrap. And like I said, all you gotta do is get some eyewitnesses. It's gonna get worse from there.
Suge Knight, for instance, has been calling out Diddy for years, suggesting that Diddy's been playing both sides of the game. If Diddy really was working with the authorities, that would explain why he's been able to keep his empire intact for so long. But now, if that's no longer the case, Diddy could be in a world of trouble.
And I hung the phone up. I went upstairs. I said Marjorie down. I said, Marjorie, we got a problem. When I explained it to her, Marjorie started crying.
And speaking of trouble, let's get back to the charges Diddy's facing. The Southern District of New York isn't just interested in his personal life. They're going after his entire operation. Racketeering charges are no joke. They're designed to take down entire criminal organizations. And if they're using those charges against Diddy, it means they believe he's been running more than just a music label. This could be about money laundering, illegal business deals, or even more sinister activities. And if Diddy's been involved in this for years, it's not just him who's at risk. Everyone in his orbit, friends, business partners, and yes, even people like Steve Harvey could be dragged into this mess.
That's why, of course. There's layers upon layers. When you get these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers.
This is where the parallels to R. Kelly's case come in. The Southern District used RICO laws to take down Kelly, and they're using the same tactics against Diddy. RICO laws are powerful tools because they allow prosecutors to go after not just the individual, but the entire organization. If they can prove that Diddy used his power and influence to engage in illegal activities, he could be facing a life sentence. And, like R. Kelly, Diddy has been at the top of his game for decades, which means the fallout from this case could be massive. As the investigation unfolds, more details will emerge, and we're likely to see more big names getting dragged into the mix. If Cat Williams is right, this is just the beginning. He's been saying for years that Hollywood's darkest secrets are about to be exposed, and now it seems like those predictions are coming true. Whether or not Cat will be called as a witness in Diddy's case remains to be seen, but given his history of calling out Diddy and others in Hollywood, it wouldn't be surprising if his name came up in court.
This has to be 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold, austere facility.
So the question now is, who's next? If Diddy is going down, will Steve Harvey be next in line? Could we see other big names in Hollywood face the same fate? And how deep does this conspiracy really go? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. The next few months are going to be wild, and as more details come out, we're going to see just how far-reaching this scandal really is.
In the meantime, keep your eyes peeled for updates, because things are heating up fast. Diddy's empire is crumbling, and it's only a matter of time before more big names get caught in the fallout. Will Steve Harvey be one of them? Only time will tell. But if Cat Williams has anything to say about it, it's going to be a wild ride.
So, what do you think? Is Steve Harvey really tied up in all of this? And has Diddy been pulling the strings behind the scenes for years? Or is Cat Williams just stirring the pot? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.
Now,
Wow. So I'm going to say, wow. I can look at every different angle. I'm still like shaking my head. But if I'm correct, like he got brought up on RICO charges, racketeering, influence, corruption, whatever, organization. And like I said, the same tactics that they used to take down R. Kelly, they're gunning after P. Diddy. Now, there is that maybe he working with the feds to, like, say, to snitch on another person, another person, criminal activity. Maybe that's why. We don't know. But they called Cat Williams for, to be a witness or something like that during the federal trial. That should be interesting. So, 2024 is just the start, and it started with Diddy. Well, technically not with Diddy. Like I said, R. Kelly got snatched up first. But I believe that Diddy is bigger than R. Kelly in terms of the music industry. I'm not saying R. Kelly wasn't big, but P. Diddy is like, he's like, a total monster in every sense of the word. Except, he just got caught not too long ago. So 2024 was the start. And 2024 was the start. Wait till 2025. It's going to be off the charts. So what do you think, folks? I'm going to provide a link to this so you can see it for yourself and react to yourself. Until then, folks, peace.